Well done for taking some time to do some exercise and really look after your body during your pregnancy. This workout today you can do from home and you don't need any special equipment for it. A wall is helpful, so is an exercise mat, but you can just do it on the carpet at home. Remember, throughout the workout, you shouldn't have any pain in your pelvis. That means no pain through this part here and no pain through the front. If you already have pain in these areas, hopefully these exercises will help reduce that over time, and there certainly shouldn't be any aggravation of pain in those areas. If an exercise doesn't suit you, just leave that one out and move on to the next one. If you do need more help with that, please give our practice a call, 5623 3306, and we'd be happy to help you with that with an appointment either in person or an appointment by video link if you're having ongoing pain in the pelvis. But in the meantime, let's get into some great exercise. We're going to start with our warm-up and then we'll be moving on to a floor program. The first exercise in our warm-up today is with your back against the wall, and we're doing overhead arms. Bringing your arms up and down. Let's breathe in and out. This is a warm-up through your shoulders, but also a warm-up for your posture. Continue those arms up and down. You might like to take your feet a little bit further away from the wall. You want your bottom or hips pressing against the wall, a slight gap behind your lower back, and your upper back touching the wall. Continue arms up and down. When your arms come up, don't stick your ribs out here. Keep them drawn in, drawing in your tummy muscles. I'm going to go side on so you can see what's happening behind my back. My knees are a little bent. I've got a very slight arch in my upper back. Arms coming up and down. Breath in and out. We're now going to change this to circles of the arms. So staying in your same position against the wall, feet a little bit forward, knees slightly bent, tummy muscles drawn in, breathing in and now out and circling your arms around against the wall. Breath in and out. Let's get a little bit more work in the upper back and shoulders now. So as your hands come around to the side, I want you to be thinking about lowering your shoulders here, squeezing your shoulder blades into your back. I'm going to let you see what that would look like from the back. So as my arms come up, my shoulders go up a little bit, around to the side, and my shoulder blades are now squeezing down into my back. A lovely big space between my earlobes and my shoulders. 2 to go. We're going to do some squats now. Let's get our legs warmed up. Coming down into a squat. As you're squatting, let your hips go backwards, your heels are staying on the ground, your knees are not pushing past your toes, keeping your knees on top of your toes. You don't need to turn, I'm just doing that so you can see my alignment. Your knees and feet should be just slightly wider apart than your hips. Check your own knees, they might be doing this. Don't let that happen. Keep your knees as wide apart as your feet are. Drawing through your tummy muscles again, keeping your head and chest up, but your bottom pushes back. If you want to work a little harder with these squats, you can bring your arms up in front. 4 to go. 3, 2, and 1. Some more warming up for our shoulders now. We're going to do push-ups against the wall. So you're going to turn around, hands nice and wide on the wall, and doing a push-up. If you've got a mat, make sure that you're not standing on it because it would make you slip. So hands nice and wide, out into a push-up. Your hands should be just slightly lower than your shoulders. Engage your tummy muscles and into the push-up. do 3 more. Don't let your bottom stick out like this. Keep your whole body moving forward. Keeping your arms straight against the wall now. Now we're going to do some push-ups that are just from the shoulder, like this. But you'll have your hands against the wall. And you see my shoulder blades are squeezing together in my upper back, and then I push away. Squeeze and push. This is a great way to build the stability and strength around your shoulder blades. Continuing in this same position, we've now got a leg movement to do. This is called front support. So make sure your feet are a little bit away from the wall, so you're leaning into the wall with one leg, bringing it forward and back. Let's change to the other side. Keeping your tummy muscles strong and your lower back still. So you're not moving through your body stays still, just the leg moving. If you need to use the wall for balance, with this you can. We're going to take the leg straight out to the back now. More warming up for the glutes, tummy muscles strong. Very good, let's change to the other leg. The leg's going straight back behind you. If you have got the balance, do it without holding onto the wall. You can just have your hands out in front a little bit, or hands on your hips. So my leg is going straight back behind me. Now changing to leg out to the side. Again, if you want to hold onto the wall, you can. If you can manage it without, just taking your leg out to the side. Excellent. Feel yourself standing tall through this hip. Our tendency is to want to sort of slouch through that hip. Don't let that happen. Squeeze a little through your bottom. Unlock your standing knee slightly so you're really using all the muscles of your standing leg. And let's change that to the other side. If you're pregnant or recently had a baby and have aches and pains through your pelvis, for this section, I would prefer that you tapped your foot on the ground like this rather than doing a lot of standing on one leg. You can also, when you're doing the backwards ones, make that a tap on the ground as well. But let's continue our reps up to the side. And our final warm-up exercise in standing today is lunges. So stand with one foot forward, one foot back. The back foot, you're up on your toe. Draw your tummy muscles in. We're going to bend both legs, coming down to the ground. I'm not pushing forwards, I'm going straight down, so my back leg's doing half the work, keeping my chest up. If I want to, I can put my arms out in front to help me balance, or hold onto the wall. Again, if you have a lot of pain in your pelvis and you're pregnant, then please change this to another round of squats. Otherwise, let's finish our lunges. And changing legs. Front foot is flat, back foot up on the toe, toes are pointing forwards on both legs. Stomach muscles are on, shoulders are relaxed, and let's lunge. This is the last exercise of our warm-up. If you're wanting to make your workout a bit longer today, then I encourage you to skip back to the start now and repeat all those warm-up exercises again. 3, 2, last one. I hope your whole body's feeling really warmed up. We've done a bit for our shoulders and upper back, our core and our legs. In the next section of the class, we're going to be heading down onto the mat. Starting up on your knees. Lift up through your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor muscles. If you're not sure how to do that, please watch my video that teaches you how to correctly engage your pelvic floor and your deep abdominals. Let's do thigh stretch. So you're going to lean backwards and come up straight. You'll see that I'm pivoting through my knees. My bottom and hips and body are all staying in one straight line. Let's bring some arms into this now. Arms up front, leaning back and coming up. Each time you lean back, lift your pelvic floor, engage through your core. Excellent, let's hold it. Come back and hold for a breath. And out. Hold it for a second breath. And out. Lovely. And continue. 2 breaths. And up. You'll certainly feel this burning through the front of your thighs, but if you go back far enough, you will also feel it through your core. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your neck is relaxed. Up, and just one more repetition now. How are those thighs feeling? Hopefully they're burning a little bit. Well done. Come down onto your mat now, onto your hands and knees. In this position, again, feel that your tummy muscles are drawing in. Your shoulders are on top of your hands and your knees are on top of your hips. Don't let your shoulders shrug up, keep them down and push your chest away from the floor. You're going to take one leg out to the side and down. Have your eyes to the mat, in front of your fingertips, helps make your neck nice and long. Tuck the chin in slightly. I'll show you this exercise from another angle so you can see what my leg is doing. This exercise is affectionately known as the fire hydrant. It's a great way to be working through your glute med, really important pelvic stabilizer, important muscle in the hip. Last one. Let's do the other leg now. Taking it out and in. You'll notice as I'm doing this, I'm really trying quite hard to keep my pelvis still. If I had a glass of water balanced here on my back, I wouldn't be spilling a drop. So our tendency is to want to rock like this. Don't let that happen. Keep this nice and still. The one leg going out to the side. Well done. Let's do 5 more on this leg. Very nice. Moving on now to Supermans, or Supergirl if you like. We'll start with just the legs. Sliding one leg out to the back and down. So I'm stretching my leg out, then lifting it, bringing it down and in. Swapping to the other side. And swap. Think about that glass of water again, balanced on your back. So you don't want your hips to wiggle side to side, pelvis staying really still. Also, as you lift your leg, don't let your back dip down like that. Keep the same amount of curve here in your back, whatever's comfortable for you. Some people like quite a flat back, like this. That's fine if that feels good on your back. Some people like a slight lumbar lordosis or curve in the lower back. If you're ready to make this more difficult, we're going to add in the arms. Lift the opposite arm to your leg. If you're repeating this video or you know it well, hopefully you've done the arms and legs from the start. If you're still finding this a little bit easy, then a great trick for making it harder is to pick your feet up off the floor and continue like that. It makes it quite a bit more wobbly and tricky to do. Don't let your hips swing side to side. No cheating. This is never done quickly. Nice and slow and steady. Great, Supermans. We're going to turn over into a sitting position now. Hands behind you, legs out in front of you, and we're going to push up into a reverse bridge here. Pushing up. Find a position that's comfortable for your wrists. Some people prefer to be on their fists, like that, that's fine. Some prefer to be on their hands. Do what's comfortable for your hands and wrists. Now if that feels quite easy, let's try it now with the legs out straight. Pushing up and down, excellent. Up and down. You've still got your tummy muscles drawing in. This can be quite a strong one on your shoulders, so if your shoulders are not so strong, keep it really small. Your bottom might be lifting only just off the mat. If you are finding this easy, this is the challenge I'd like you to add. To lift one leg, lift the other leg. If you can, keep lifting. If you need to, put your bottom down in between two kicks. Great effort. Keep breathing. Fabulous. Bringing your bottom down. Give those wrists a shake out. We're going to give those wrists a bit of a rest now because we have been leaning on our hands for a few exercises. We've already worked our thighs a bit in the thigh stretch. Now we're going to do some kneeling squats. So feel a slight lift of your pelvic floor, drawing in your tummy muscles. Remember your lovely round pregnant tummy, you want to hug that baby in close to you. And we're going to do kneeling squats. You're taking your bottom down towards your heels, coming up. And the shape of your lower back. You want that slight arch in your lower back. Not with your bottom sticking a long way out, not with your shoulders rounded, but up tall, drawing in those tummy muscles, hugging your baby in close. Let's have a little bit more challenge here now. I want you to go halfway down and up. Halfway down and up. 3/4 of the way down. You're almost having your bottom touch your heels, but not quite. And up. 3/4 and up. You find that too hard, just continue the regular ones. And if you're really looking for a little bit more challenge, we're going to work that middle quarter. So just going from 3/4 to half. My thighs are really burning now, and I'm not carrying a baby in my tummy anymore. So if you find this too hard, just do the full range ones. But if you are looking for more of a burn for your thighs, that's great. A few reps in the middle of your range. Excellent. Well done. Staying up on your knees. Feel your tummy muscles drawing in again. Arms out in front, and we're going to take one arm out to the side and forward. Lovely. Other arm out to the side. Getting a bit of rotation through your core. If you want to make this a little bit harder, go into thigh stretch and continue the openings. If I do that from the side, looks like this. I'm in thigh stretch and open. We did a few exercises on our hands and knees earlier. We're going to do another one down on our hands and knees now. We've given our wrists a little bit of a break. So coming down onto hands and knees again. In this position, remember you can have your hands flat or up on your fists, whatever is comfortable for you. Hug your baby up into your body, but don't change the shape of your back. Just find that natural curve here. You've lifted your pelvic floor slightly, drawing in your tummy, push your chest away from the floor. Now tuck your toes under like that. You're going to push through your hands and your toes so your knees come just 1 to 2 inches off the floor. It's not up here. Just like this. Hold and breathe. And lower. Let's see if we can hold a bit longer this time. Lift through your pelvic floor, draw in your tummy, eyes to the mat. Push so your knees come 1 to 2 inches off the floor. Keep breathing. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. Rest or go for a 4th breath. Well done. Give those wrists a little shake. Wiggle your feet, and we're going to do just 1 more of those. Tuck your toes under, shoulders are down, tummy muscles are on, and we push. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. 4 breaths. And Great job. Give your wrists a little rotation and rest. Our last 2 exercises are going to be back in standing. Make sure you're not going to slip on your mat. If you have a mat out, I'm just going to push mine out of the way. And we're going to do some rises. If you're prone to getting calf cramps when you're pregnant, it's great to do some rises, especially just before you go to bed. Helps get the calf muscle working, that pumps the blood up to the heart. If you want to make this a little bit harder, don't touch down. Just keep pushing up. That might be too much for you, don't worry. Remember your lovely posture, hugging your baby close, shoulders are down, as if a string is drawing you up from the top of your head. Very good. And our last exercise is squats. Coming up and down. We did some squats at the start of our class in the warm-up. But when we're pregnant, we really cannot do too many squats. It's so good for us to do squats when we're pregnant. It helps build our glutes and our quads that are really important muscles for maintaining good posture when we're pregnant. And if we're going to have the strength to get through an active labour, we need to be able to have really good strength in our legs as well as in our arms and shoulders. So that's why in our workout today, we have done plenty of work down on our hands and knees and plenty of squats. If you're looking for a challenge to finish off your workout, let's pulse. Oh, keep breathing, arms just reaching forward but shoulders are relaxed. 5, 4, 3, almost finished, you can do it. 2, 1, stand up. Give your legs a good shake out and join me now for the stretches. That workout was a sequence of 9 exercises, but there were some variations within them. If you want a short workout today, I would suggest that you've just done the warm-up through once and do those exercises through once. But if you are looking for a longer workout, this class is designed that you can repeat each section. So if you're looking for more like an hour of exercise, then I suggest that you do that warm-up through all the way twice, and then the workout series down on the mat, that you do that through 2 or 3 times. So let's stretch. Starting in kneeling, we're going to go into a child pose stretch, walking your hands forward. And let yourself have a nice stretch out through your shoulders. Different people will find child pose more comfortable in different ways. Some people like to do it with their bottom quite high in the air, and others prefer to have their bottom down on their heels. It changes slightly when you feel the stretch in your back, so do what's comfortable for you. If you are more comfortable having your knees apart, certainly if you're pregnant that will be more comfortable, do it that way. And just really breathe into that position. Come up onto your knees and pulling your foot up to your bottom for a quadricep stretch. Changing legs. Now we're going to stretch out through our hip flexors or iliopsoas. Bring one foot forward. Before you do anything else, I want you to tuck your tail under. So your tail here, tuck it under that way. You should already be starting to feel a stretch in the front of your hip here. And then if you need a little bit more stretch, lunge it forwards. If you really like to crank this stretch up, that leg that's at the back, take that arm over the top and lean away from it. That's what it looks like from the front. Let's do that on the other leg. Lunge it forward. Tuck tail under first, of course, then lunge forward, and optional, adding in that arm over the top. Come down to sitting on your mat. One foot on the floor, lift up your other leg, put your ankle on your knee, and let this knee just gently push out to the side. You're getting a stretch into the center of your bottom cheek. On this side, you can vary that stretch by bringing this foot on the floor closer in or further out, pulling this knee up or pushing it out. Just make it feel right for you, what you like for your hip. Let's change legs. Feeling that stretch into your glutes. A hamstring stretch now. Stretch one leg out, let the other one just gently rest to the side and leaning forwards. We're all very different with our hamstring length. Some of you will have enough stretch by just hanging on your knee. Some will like to hang onto your ankle. Others of you will like to lie down all the way along your leg. Just do what feels comfortable for you for a hamstring stretch. Let's change legs. Remember, hands on the knee or the ankle, or lie down over your leg as feels nice. Sitting up, legs crossed, cross your hands over, hang onto your knees, and then imagine someone has grabbed hold of your upper back and is pulling it backwards. So you'll get a stretch between your shoulder blades. Your head goes slightly forwards. Relax, cross your arms the other way, and repeat. We've got just 4 exercises to go now, and these are standing stretches. Our 4 standing stretches. First of all, our calf. Hands against the wall. Make sure your toes are pointing straight forward, not out to the side. And you're going to bend your back knee. This stretches your soleus, or the deeper calf muscle. Keep that same leg at the back. Now stretch your knee. You can push against the wall if you want to, getting a nice stretch up through your calf. Let's change feet. Soleus with the knee bent. And now this one's gastroc. Earlier in the class we did a bit of work for our chest and shoulders, so we wanted to stretch our pecs now. Put your forearm against the wall, turn away from it, and you'll feel a beautiful stretch through your chest and shoulder. Other side. And finishing with a really lovely stretch for our lats, our intercostal muscles, and our quadratus lumborum. It's a little bit of a tricky one, but just work with me and you'll find a great stretch. So you're going to stand sideways to the wall. You're going to bring this arm up and over the top of you. Turn the foot that's closer to the wall into the wall, and then I want you to push your hips outwards, push your ribs outwards, and take a deep breath into this part of your ribs here. You should feel a great stretch all the way through there. If you're not feeling it, tuck your tail under a bit more. And deep breaths. On the other side. This foot's towards the wall, this arm comes up and over the top. Push away from the wall, tuck your tail under, focus on feeling the stretch through here and big breaths into here. I hope you've enjoyed this class. I've certainly enjoyed the exercise myself. It's so great to be able to exercise at home without any special equipment.